Hey everyone, it has been forever since I made a video. I am currently student teaching, which is pretty much a full-time job. Yeah, I work about 10, 11 hours a day doing that, and then I also freelance at Mac on the weekends. I am loving, loving, loving my life. I have so much fun teaching, and I can't wait to actually become a teacher. I think it's going to be amazing. But I'm very, very, very busy, so that's why I've been kind of MIA. Most of you probably don't care or even know that like I was MIA, so like it's all good. It's all good, but I missed making videos because I am very passionate about that as well. This tutorial is featuring the Smokes palette that I got in my swap with Bailey Lane. I will link her channel down below just because she's one of my favorite people to watch ever, like ever. She's just awesome. There's everything about her channel is just perfection. We're also going to have some fun with some sparkly shadow today. Jackie, my friend Jackie O, recommended this really, 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 really gorgeous product. Thank you again, Bailey. I love this palette. She said it reminded her of me, and that is so true. I am really, really, really digging this palette.
Okay, so by this point I have already filled in my eyebrows, and I will list all the products that I used for that in the down bar if you're interested. It was basically eyeshadow and eyebrow gel. Now I'm taking this eye base. It's a cream eyeshadow by Revlon, and no, it's not like the MAC Paint Pots or like my Jordana shadow stick because it doesn't stay, but it does act as a nice base for my eyes, and it stays as long as regular powder eyeshadow is put on top of it. Now using that gray semi-matte shade, I'm going to throw that into my crease with a nice blending brush. The one I'm using is by Morphe. It is the M330, and I am really, really, really liking this brush so far. I think it's really awesome, and it was very affordable too, so that's always a plus. Now I'm taking this kind of cool toned, slightly martini-ish looking shade. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of reminds me of something other than just brown. It reminds me of something. I don't know. But it's pretty, and I'm using that to deepen up my crease. And then taking that shimmery silver grayish shade, I am putting that on the outer half of my eyelids with a flat shader brush. I'm sorry that the first time you saw me do that, it was out of focus. And then the second time, I completely blocked my face with a mirror, so I'm sorry about that. This is a lighter shimmery shade that I'm putting on the inner corner of my eye, and I'm really just doing this for dimension because we are going to go over with my Stila sparkle shadow later. And then taking this deep blue navy shade, which is beautiful, I'm going to put that on an angled brush and put it into my crease. So I am kind of carving out my crease here with the angled brush, but I'm not going to leave it like that. I am going to blend it out with the clean blending brush that doesn't have any product on it. I have never been able to master the cut crease, but I am working on it. I would say, I don't know if this is technically cut crease. I would say it's not. I'm not going to say that and then pretend it's like something that it's not, but yeah, I'm working on it, and it is a way to define your eyelids really well. And then taking the lightest shade in the palette, which does have a little bit of shimmer. I'm sorry you can't pick that up on camera. I am using a MAC brush for this just to highlight my brow bone, and then I usually use my fingers to kind of highlight the inner corners of my eyes as well. Now I'm taking this glitter bonding shadow primer by Too Faced. That's amazing, and I'm putting it onto my eyelids, and then I will go in with the Stila shadow in metallic lavender. It is, again, one of their metallic Magnificent Metals shadows, and I think it's out of stock on the Sephora website, but I recently picked it up at my local Sephora. The glitter glue will make a product like this just really, really easy to work with, and it'll kind of bring out the shine without getting the glitter everywhere, because glitters can be very messy, but that's what the glue is for. And then I'm carving out my crease again with the matte shade in the palette. I am really, really impressed with this palette, you guys. I like it even better than the Maybelline Nudes. I think it's a very high quality product, and Maybelline always has great prices, so I'm very happy with it. Again, I'm blending out my crease area with another Morphe blending brush, but I like the other one better. I like the first blending brush I liked better than the Badger one. I'm not as huge of a fan of the Badger brushes by Morphe. And then I did my liner and lashes off camera, and I showed you which lashes I used, which were the Red Cherry Demi Wispies. And I'm priming my face with a Manna Kadar sheer lotion that I got in my Ipsy bag. Then going with my favorite foundation ever, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. It is a fantastic foundation. It feels very high-end. It doesn't feel like a drugstore foundation to me. And I am buffing it in with my Morphe Duo Fiber brush. This brush was about $8, and it performs very, very well. I don't know if it's going to last for a lifetime because it was so inexpensive, but it's working so nicely, and I'm very happy with it. Then I'm going to conceal my under eyes with Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 25. I absolutely adore this concealer because it is great for the under eyes because it's moisturizing. It will crease a little bit if you don't put any powder on. I always use powder, but my concealer creases no matter what kind of concealer I use, even MAC Pro Longwear, just because my under eyes are so dry and they have lines there. So anyways, I always set my concealer with a powder. And I always blend in my concealer with a beauty blender. The beauty blender or the Sigma F86 are my tools of choice for that, for concealer. I don't like small concealer brushes for doing this. And I also highlighted my face with another Maybelline concealer, which I will list in the down bar. Then I'm going to bronze my face a little bit with a cream bronzer by Sonia Kashuk. This is rumored to be a pretty good dupe for the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer, but I've never tried the Chanel one because that's expensive. But I'm using my Sonia Kashuk one, which I really do like. It gives a very natural look to the skin, and I'm going to actually go over it with powder bronzer later, but I wanted to have a nice cream base for my regular powder products that I normally use. And I just wanted to get more use out of my cream products, especially since my skin is so dry right now. A really wonderful cream blush from the drugstore is the one I'm using, which is the Revlon Photo Ready Cream Blush. And a cream highlight that I really enjoy is Benefit What's Up. Jackie sent that to me for Christmas, so thank you so much, Jackie. I love this highlighter. I think it's very flattering, gives a beautiful luminous look to the skin. Without being overly frosty or glittery. You have a good highlight when it does that. I decided that the Maybelline was really good, but it wasn't brightening up my under eyes as much as I wanted, so I decided to use the color corrector, which is by Benefit Erase Paste, in the shade medium. And like I was going on about earlier, I always set my under eye concealer so that it does not move and does not settle, and I use the e.l.f. High Def powder for that. And to set the rest of my face, because I did use a lot of cream products that will tend to move around, I set the rest of my face with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector powder. And I like this alright, but it seemed to oxidize on me. It seemed to turn kind of darker and orange, even though it's in the shade light medium. So I'm not sure how I feel about this product yet. I got it on clearance. Maybe it's being discontinued. And then I'm going to brighten up my skin with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder in the shade Dim Light, and using that on a really nice e.l.f. Kabuki brush. When I first picked this up, it was shedding everywhere, but it's working nicely now, so whatevs. And I'm going to contour and sculpt out the cheekbones with Benefit Hoola Bronzer, which I know is talked about on YouTube by everyone, but it is amazing. It's the first high-end bronzing product that I had the chance to try, and I can really feel a difference. I do think there's a difference between that and your typical drugstore bronzer. Then I'm going to set my highlight with the Incandescent Light powder by Hourglass, again from the same palette. And I'm using a e.l.f. blush brush for that. Now I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line. I feel like eyeshadow works a lot better than eyeliner because eyeliner just tends to smudge on me because I have very watery eyes. No matter what kind of eyeliner I use, no matter whether it's Urban Decay 24/7, whatever, I just prefer eyeshadow, and I always blend it in with a pencil brush. This one is from Crown Beauty. I got it in my Ipsy bag. And something that I've been really into lately is brightening up my lower waterline to trick people into thinking that I'm really awake, because honestly, I'm tired all the time, but this will make your eyes look very open and awake. And this is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I did also used to not be into putting mascara on the bottom lashes until I tried this. This is a great product. Really, when you have a small brush like this, it really does make all the difference. I love it. To line my lips and make them look very defined, I thought that filming this was boring, so I decided to speed up through it a little bit. I'm using the NYX Slim Lip Pencil in the shade Bloom. And yes, I always kind of just fill in my lips as well. Now, for pretty much one of my favorite products in the whole video, I'm using the Lorac Alter Ego lipstick that Jackie again sent to me. She sent me a really nice Christmas package. I felt really spoiled. I was like, Jackie, you did too much. This is the shade Jet Setter, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous dark pink, and it's very matte, which I like. I love matte lipsticks, and it's a very, very rich color as well. And then to clean up that lip line, I went in with my Studio Chromographic Pencil by MAC, which is kind of like a concealer in a pencil form. And this is how the makeup turned out. I took my hair clip down and let out my crazy hair that I had this day. And that is what it looks like. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you for the next video. Bye, you guys.